Most men want the money, the status, the women, the respect, but they can't even control what they eat. And this is why you don't have the life that you want. No structure, no discipline, out of shape, no consistency. You say you want control over your life, but you can't even control your body. It's the governed man, boys. Let's tap in. Now, you see the title of the video, and it's real, boys. You have to start with control over your body. And once you have that, you can control your whole reality. There's going to be a bunch of you boys watching this video who really, you don't have what you want. You don't have the status. You're not where you want to be financially. You don't get that respect from men or women. And you wonder why. It's because you've not got control over your body. It starts there first, boys. And this is why I always say to everyone who always asks about the journey I've been on, the progress I've made, and then the results I've seen subsequently in my life, you have to start with getting lean, boys. You have to start with mastering your body first, and everything else will follow. If you're someone who's lost in life right now, you don't really have that direction, I'm telling you now, start with control over your body. Concentrate on that and that alone, and everything else will fall into place. That's just how it is, boys. Because you have to think, the consistency you build through building a top tier physique, you build certain habits that you don't have them now. But when you make the decision to become your best self, to get lean, to get control over your body, during that process, you change as a man. And those changes that happen during that process, the consistency you build, the confidence you build, because you have proof. You now have physical proof of the consistency, the discipline, the sacrifice that you've made. Once you've gone through that, you can literally apply that to anything. And that's when you start to gain control over your reality. That's when you can make anything happen. Boys, I use myself as an example. This time last year, I would have never been on YouTube. I would have never been making content. I would have never been able to think that I'm in a position where I can help other guys out. But it's the fire that I went through. Imagine you go 4, 5, 6 months, pure discipline, saying no to people, to events, to things that you used to do. Oh, you like a little drink? No, sorry, I can't do that right now. And they're going to come, they're going to try and test you. That's what happens when you make these decisions. Don't think it's easy. Don't think you just go like this and there aren't tests. There aren't things that come up that try to draw you back to where you were. But it's the fact that you're able to say no to those things. You're able to stay consistent for a long period of time. That is what builds you as a man. That is what builds the consistency. And once you now see the results and you see that you have that control over your own body, that's when you start to realize that you can control your own reality. You can make anything happen. You ever thought to yourself, boys, like, you know, you're lost in life. It could be you're in a job that you've not really moved up in. Financially, you might not be where you want to be. You might be in that same old relationship that's not really doing anything for you, or you might not even be in a relationship. And that might be what you want to do. Boys, put all of that to the side. Master your body. Get into top tier shape. And I'm telling you, through that process alone, all of the doors will open up for you. Everything will open up for you. You will be surprised. And I used to be a man who used to watch content like this and watch guys say shit like this and not fully believe it. But now that I've gone through it, boys, I'm telling you firsthand, my life is completely different. From the relationships I've been able to build, the new friendships, the business relationships, the business opportunities, financially, some of the things I've been able to acquire that I thought I would never get, now all of a sudden seem to be happening. Spiritually, my relationship with God and how that's now reflecting back, all came from making the decision to get into shape. All came from making the decision to say, do you know what? I need to become disciplined now. I need to embrace self-governance. Like, you have to look at it, boys. If you're someone who's inconsistent with your diet, you're inconsistent with training, you know, you're one of those people who says, yeah, I'm going to get up and train, but then maybe you don't, or maybe you do make it to the gym, or you do make it to your training session, but you half-ass it. You don't go all the way in. Is it a surprise when you look around your life that the results you get are inconsistent as well? Because the truth is, boys, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's one thing I've taken from this. I train hard. So therefore, the way I train is how I do everything else. If there's a new business opportunity there, or there's a new hobby or something I'm going into, we go hard. We do the research and we dive into it head on. We give ourselves fully to the process. And that is, once you do that, you start to see that you get the results, because as you boys know, you only get out what you put in. And if you're seeing this video, boys, this is your call to action. This is your sign right now to lock in. And I don't care what it is, boys. You might be someone who already has the finances. Like, I know a lot of guys, they got the finances there. They're doing well. I see certain guys in my gym. They're doing well. They're pulling up in crazy cars. But when I see them on the gym floor and they see me, they already know it's a different level. And they have to salute me. They have to. It has to be hats off. It's nothing but respect. Because as men, they see the physique and they know the process. I'm not talking about just being big. Yeah, them men are pushing weight, but they're looking sloppy. They're not lean. They're not 10 to 12% body fat and below. 6-pack abs. They don't have that. Summertime, round the corner, them man ain't going to the pool party and taking their shirt off and being proud of what's there. They're not. But you can only build that through the discipline, boys. You can only build that through locking in and staying consistent. And guess what happens when you do that? It spills over into every other facet of life. That's why right now, boys, I'm telling you, if you're someone who you're not financially there, if you're someone who your relationships aren't there, if you're someone who you're lost in life, you don't really know what direction to go in, you don't really have the connection to the divine intelligence to where you're just receiving messages. For, I see, me personally, I say I receive my messages from Allah, but for you, that might be from the universe, that might be from the source. But I'm telling you, once you lock in, you get all of that directly beamed into you to where you don't even need to make decisions. You just move with faith. You just move naturally because you're now locked in. You've now become who you need to be. And that's why, boys, like the title of the video says, once you control your body, you control your reality. Once you control what it is that you're able to eat, you control every other aspect of life. I remember even fasting. Like, boys, I fast 2 days a week, every week. And there'll be times when I'm looking at the process and it's difficult, or it was difficult beforehand. But now it's something that's easy. It's something that I look forward to. Why? Because I've built that discipline muscle over time. And now I'm able to control it. Once you're able to control food, you're able to control what it is that you ingest, it gives you that level of self-confidence. You now become the person who's in control. And that now spills over into other aspects of life. So you're at the workplace now. Your gym discipline now translates into work discipline. Your nutritional discipline now transfers over into financial discipline. And this is what's at stake, boys. It's deeper than the 6-pack abs. And I say this every video. We'll take the aesthetic. We'll take the look. Because that's our birthright. We need to be moving around this earth looking our best, feeling our best. But deeper than the physical, I'm telling you, boys, is who you become. A lot of boys walking around with this fake confidence. And I can sense it. You can feel it. You don't even need to say a word. Again, I go to multiple different gyms every week, and it don't matter which gym I go to or who's in there, you can tell the fake confidence from the real confidence. And there's only a handful of men, handful of people in there who have the real confidence, because day in and day out, they put the work in. Day in and day out, they make the sacrifice. And that's the only way to live, boys, I'll be honest. That's the beauty of being self-governed. That's the beauty of being a governed man. And really deep down, we're all governed men. Governed means to have that control, that self-control. And that is the way to live life, boys. The riches that you seek is in the discipline that you avoid. I'll say that again. The riches that you seek is in the discipline that you avoid. And I'm telling you, boys, now, I was someone who avoided discipline like a bitch. Almost wore it as a badge of honor. Like, I hated being told what to do. And I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But that doesn't get the results. And I'm telling you now, living how I live now, being self-governed, is beautiful. It changes your whole perspective. Like, I'll be looking at people that don't want to train. They don't want to go to the gym. And I'll be honest, boys, that shit makes me sick. Not because I'm looking at and I'm judging like you don't want to train, but people don't even realize it's a privilege to train. The fact that you can even get up out the bed and go to the gym and train is a privilege. A month or two ago, I had a really bad ab injury. I don't know whether it was like a hernia tear. I don't know what it was, but that shit was painful as fuck. And it inhibited me from doing a lot. And I was pissed. It was like a good 8-9 weeks. Even now, I can still feel the effects. It's almost gone, but it's still there. So now every time I'm going into the gym, I'm going to train, I'm thankful. Every time I'm able to come out of there without the injury, every time I'm able to wake up, I give thanks, because it's a privilege to train. Again, this is the perspective you have when you become self-governed, man, when you embrace the discipline. And again, that just falls into every other aspect of life, boys. I used to hate waking up early. Now, I wake up early every day. I wake up at around 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day, latest. And it's a privilege, and I'm thankful to do that. You start the day with a win. You start the day in control. The day doesn't control you. You control the day. And that's what it is, boys. It comes full circle again. Once you control your body, once you control your nutrition, you control your life. You control reality. You can literally make happen anything you want to make happen. This is what this shit teaches you. This is what it's about. The external that you see, or that I see in my life right now, in terms of the results, in terms of the amount of blessings and positive, is just a manifestation of what's happened internally, because I've embraced that control. And this is what I want for all of you. If you're seeing this video, man, if you're seeing this content, lock in with me, man. Make the decision and change now. If you're going through any problems in life, you're not where you want to be, you don't have the relationship you want, you're looking at your missus sideways and I'm not really feeling her, but you feel stuck. You're looking at your job, your finances, like, I don't really want to be in this job, man. I feel like I can do something better. I feel like I'm called to something higher. I'm telling you, boys, lock in with your body first, get complete control of your body, and watch how that shit changes. Watch how you now gain control of your whole reality, man. It's that simple, boys. Look, it's the governed man, man. If any of you boys need help with getting into the best shape of your life, if any of you boys need help with changing your identity so you can reach this level of change, so you can reach this level of discipline and get the results that you deserve, that you want in your life, tap in with me, man. Hit me on IG, The Governed Man, and let's work. Let's get to it. Because this ain't just reserved for me. This should be for everybody, man. It's The Governed Man. Let's go.